blah blah.
All right, so guys, what did we just watch?
We just watched My Hero, the movie 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Tales of the Two Kings.
Stop.
Peter Jackson.
Temple of Doom.
Kristof of Azkaban.
Yeah, that's awful.
Chamber of Secrets.
Okay, so
And Knuckles.
all right, okay, for real. Okay, for real. What's the name of the movie? I just remember.
It's My Hero Academia Heroes Rising.
Okay,
Heroes
Heroes
the movie.
Was it? Yeah.
Heroes Rising.
The movie.
Colon.
Now that I think about it, maybe like Two Heroes should have been this thing.
Yeah, I was like,
Should have
like,
been to this one.
Well, no, because this wasn't 2 heroes.
Oh, it was no heroes actually.
It was 20 heroes rising up.
Ah.
Back on the street.
oh my god.
Took
So,
their
okay.
time, took
Very
their
fair.
chance. Ah!
So, everyone liked the. We can all assume that we all liked the movie. Right?
Solid.
Gabe. We all
Oh
liked the
yeah.
movie.
If you had to give it a score.
Oh yeah. Well, we should
Let's go
start
for
with
like a
the
scale of 10.
A scale of 10?
Yeah, scale of 10.
Uh,
My balls hurt. Go ahead.
I would.
My balls actually hurt. With the quickness.
Maybe a Todoroki out of 10.
Half and half. Damn, we gave you a 50. It's
You give him a
crap ass
50?
movie.
Nah, wait, what was his class ranking in academics? I think it was like
Oh.
7th or some shit.
He's not bad.
Well, he's also desk number like 27.
Out of 10.
Out of 20, he's desk number 27?
17. 18. That was 18. He's 18.
That's pretty good.
I couldn't remember those numbers.
I didn't do that shit either.
I only know because I just saw the episode and they showed his seat. It's like, oh, there he is. He's in the back.
I'll give the movie a large popcorn size out of an extra large popcorn size.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No 10s, huh?
I'll
Y'all
get.
bunch of bastards.
What would you give it then?
What's the
I was
perfect-
gonna give it a 7.5.
Oh.
So no 10s, you bastard.
Out of 10.
Oh no, I'm giving.
And that's a 10. What are you talking about?
I'll
That's
give
a
it
10
out
from
of
the
10.
decimal
Out of
point.
10. I will give it. I'm gonna give it. I truly loved it. I'm gonna give it a
Say
8.5. Yes, I will give it 8.5. 8.5 out of 10. I truly enjoyed the arcs. I enjoyed the story.
How many arcs do we have in this?
A few actually. A few arcs. I would say 4.
Okay.
I counted 4 arcs.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me like that? Yes, I counted 4 arcs.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Why are you making me doubt?
Getting this claustrophobia.
Why are you gaslighting me?
I'm not gaslighting.
Check.
I'm giving you my full attention,
That's
my
very
friend.
fair. Very
Okay.
fair. He got
All right.
4 arcs.
Alright.
Yes, I got 4 arcs in it. And the animation and the score was really good. Damn.
Sorry, you put
I had a
Kristof
good
on the
se-
spot.
Why? Because they played Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On at the end?
I got the vibes for real. I was like, what is this?
It was.
As soon as when I first saw it, that was my immediate thought was,
I was like,
That's exactly what
that,
was
that
when I
really
saw
got me
it
for a
the
turn. I was
first
like,
time.
It was weird at first when I first saw it, but the second time I was like, "Nah, man, this is perfect." I see where the creators were where the heads was at when they did this.
yeah, they're trying to convey the same emotion as Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
And they did it. You know what? They did it. I'm gonna say they did it. It worked and it was perfect.
Yeah. It damn near made me feel an emotion.
I almost
Damn.
cried straight up.
Hey, you held up stronger than Mark. I think Mark said he teared up, like genuinely teared.
it's okay to be that soft.
I got. Yeah, man, it was great.
Soft ass. Like, as far as that goes. it's
Soft
just-
as a marshmallow.
Nah, it's cool though. But, oh man, let me see.
I liked it a lot.
Okay, so
I fucks with the show.
Care to explain your scoring and I?
let me see, 7.5.
Spoiler
Definitely
free?
the stuff. Oh yeah, okay, spoiler free.
You know what I mean?
Definitely more of it is for the animation. It was pretty slick, of course, because it's bones.
They don't miss.
Like, man, there was like some points where I'm just thinking like, I mean, it
Way
was
to
just
start off
it
strong
definitely
point.
was doing more of like the that set the pace of like repeating generations thing, which is nice. But I'm like, it's kind of stop that because there was a scene where they
Hold on, spoiler free. Continue.
continue doing the same thing
Yes.
for such and such
Yeah.
that he did in the beginning of such and who.
Yeah.
and I was
Yes.
like, all right.
Yeah, that's one of my
Yeah.
gripes. That's one of my gripes.
Yeah, because I was
That's
like,
what you have.
it would have been better if it had its own vibe rather than reminiscent of what he had to go through. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right, let's.
It could be
I
like they
see.
could have been going the George Lucas approach, where they want to be like cinematic poetry, where it rhymes.
Yeah.
Watermelon and neck ass bastard don't know but poetry. Fucking, we don't care about
Just
George
because
Lucas
he's a
Jr.
terrible world builder does not mean he doesn't know how to make a movie rhyme with itself.
Exactly. As far as it standing on its own too, aside from like because movies aren't usually canon,
Yeah.
but like just for them to be like a what if in between scenarios of a timeline, it's like it almost stood on its own a little bit.
It almost did.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, but
But then
then
they cleaned it up.
I scrunched
Yeah, just to
my
clean up
eyes
this
and
word.
like my eyelids went under my eye and it hurt.
You rolled your eyes about that hard?
yeah,
Well, when you're like, I fucking scrunched so hard my eyelids went into my eye.
oh, so scratchy. But still, like, yeah, it's not like it can't. It does on its own. It does decent on its own. And plus, it as far as movies go, it entertained the hell out of me. She was good. It's real good. I enjoyed Bakugo. Him every time he entered the scene was fly as hell, like for sure.
Yeah.
And that was really nice. And then, of course, same thing with Midoriya. They just style points all the time.
Dynamic entry all day.
All
Yeah,
day.
man.
Seriously.
They don't miss. They don't half-ass it.
Let's give it a
they
beat.
won't. Oh, yeah.
Until they do.
But Dorian was lying a lot in the movie. Not gonna lie. And I'll tell you why in the spoiler.
We tell you
In the spoiler.
He'll line a lot.
Yeah,
And I'm
you're
not
right.
like.
Yeah, like I will tell you in the
okay.
spoiler part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
And now, Justin,
Oh, okay.
you
So
want to give your thoughts?
yes.
What
So
your
the reason
thoughts?
I gave it a large popcorn out of an extra large is that I found it extremely entertaining as like just a film. Like
Yeah.
I kind of go with like Gabe's like mentality when it comes to watching a film like by itself for like the content that's presented to you. It's just a lot of fun.
Trying to look up the
A lot of
class
visuals.
The Rotten Tomatoes.
Of like a lot of animation, Bones goes in all the time.
Oh, yeah.
The theming, the music. But my only gripe of it is that what sold it at the very end was the same type of thing as the last movie. Yeah. Or I wish I could have felt like everyone went in and it actually worked. It feels like for these two movies, it's always like the grandiose villain that's stronger than any other villain, versus like our last arc's villain, who is really, really strong, but you could find ways around him. So this one just felt like you needed to have like a miracle, really, just a miracle to happen instead of like
Well,
true
Instead of, like,
cooperation.
chipping away at him for his weakness by teamwork, instead of just like, hey man, it's almost an asshole, a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
So just like since it leans heavy on the end with just like the super like overpowering of the villain, it's just yeah.
Makes sense.
That's my only thing. But otherwise, that within itself was also entertaining too.
Yeah, because it appeals to like what kind of like moments would make people hype. Because you like seeing two and such characters do stuff like this, or
Right.
just somebody getting a moment in the spotlight. So if you see that in a way, it's like, oh,
That actually is one of the praise I'll give this movie. They really give everyone a time. Like everyone's got like a moment.
you know what?
That makes it so fucking badass.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, even
almost everybody.
Oh,
And we'll get into that in the spoiler part.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. But for the
I can think of-
For the most,
Two.
yeah, majority definitely. Huh?
I can think of two people.
I
who-
can think of two people that didn't have a chance to shine, and one of those is a pun.
you son of a bitch! I see that.
Yeah, I mean, I
see
wonder.
what coming.
Ironically,
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what else.
but that's pretty much it on my.
Like, as far as like
I
score,
thi-
because yeah, it's
I
pretty
think,
good.
I think we're ready to. Or
What?
Yeah, they're,
to try to anything
Like,
else
I
I
w-
could do spoiler free.
Yeah.
I will go see it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, I
If
recommend
anyone's
it.
on the fence.
It's that. Oh, and then you know what? We watched it in the dub,
Yeah.
Yes, we did watch it done.
and that's another thing because this is always a discussion with.
I was about to say like which version, guys.
Gross ass fucking
listen,
weeds.
Since I only saw it in the dub, I mean, of course, I can imagine how everybody would be in the sub, of course. I mean, people might not like a lot of dubs, but I mean,
this is
this
a pretty good dub.
it's
man.
pretty solid. Like the
Yeah.
person that people might have a big gripe with would be Mineta because of that annoying ass list.
But it
But that's
it fits
that
work.
works.
yeah.
Psyche, he's a sick bitch.
Yeah.
But like, so
Damn,
whatever makes
list
it.
people. Hey, you're
No.
sick. You heard
Whoa,
that?
whoa, whoa,
Straight from
whoa.
Aniyah.
Like, yo. Nah, I mean, not
Yeah.
where it's like not natural. Cause hell no, since his voice actor is not natural.
Yeah.
If you want to naturally be like, yo, if you legit got a list, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. But forcing that shit the way they got to do it for this character, cause they know as knowing as he is, they're gonna be like, let's give him this trait. It works out for him.
It makes I think the voice acting in the dub is solid. If you got Chris Sabat on your cast, you're gonna have
Usually.
Who that?
Chris Piccolo,
Vegeta's.
Vegeta.
Well, I know who it is. Like who?
All
who
Might.
he
Oh, he plays
voiced?
All Might.
Oh, he's
All
All
Might.
Might?
Yeah.
Huh.
If you got Chris Sabat there, man, you're not.
Like
it's hard
the-
to miss.
like-
I can't think of a single voice. That's really like off. Like it's really bad. I couldn't think of one.
How about this? How do you feel about Kirishima's dub?
I love it.
Yeah?
when he gets pissed, when he gets like in his mode, when he's like,
Yeah, when he's super like in his Red Riot shit.
Yeah, the voice actor knows how to get there.
Okay.
And really bring out the character.
And it's casual too.
It's casual voice, yeah. And if you're gonna be Bakugo's homie, you gotta hit a level. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you gotta hit that level of bro shit.
Yeah.
And like he got tone in his voice where it's like we can hang out on Saturdays.
Exactly, man.
So it's
On
pretty good.
Saturdays.
I still say the best line goes to Kaminari.
Let's go.
Kachan of the Bakugos. What's up?
What's up?
It was- Nah, I definitely like Kaminari's dub. It's good.
Yeah.
Kaminari's, yeah.
It definitely fits him as like the
Kind of
like
the
a
class clown.
like the chill guy. Yeah.
Kind of a clown, yeah. He's kind of a clown. Oh, he is.
Yeah,
He's a class
he
clown.
definitely is a
Oh,
class clown.
he is. Yeah, him and Mina.
Eee.
Him and Mina, the clowns.
Oh no.
That's pretty good.
Oh, I have to rephrase it because I actually like watched the video of where it shows their class rankings.
Yeah.
It's fuck, what was the tail guy's name again?
Ojiro.
Yeah, Ojiro.
I love
He's
Ojiro.
rank 8.
He's
8?
Yeah.
Yo. Oh, so you're above. You have like more than Aniyah.
Yeah. I give it an 8. Minetta's a 9. And Deep Dope is 7.
Who's Deep Dope?
That's
Jiro. Because she wears deep dope.
Yeah.
That's her fit.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you were to like look up a picture of Jiro, there's like an 80% chance there's
She's
the word
wearing
deep
deep
dope.
dope.
So,
Anyway, Ojiro out of 10.
10, 8.
Yeah.
Alright, nice.
so what kept it from being a 10, sir?
Spoiler free.
The big thing that kept it from being a 10 was definitely
Butthurt.
We're both sway.
Knees, weak arms ahead.
ooh, definitely the Deus Ex Taurus Excrementus.
No, okay.
Yes. Okay.
Sure. That's a mouthful of Latin.
That's
Yeah,
He's learned it.
yeah.
all right.
I
Perfect.
think
So
with all that, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's like as usual, just go ahead and watch it. I mean, like, of course, if you watch like the show itself, it's
Come
much
on.
more beneficial. But
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's still out in theaters, so I'd still recommend it because it's just,
I think it'll be
good.
out till like next weekend.
Yeah.
Next week it might be last. But so if you're on the fence.
Yeah, and plus I haven't been keeping up with the show, so this is a lot of stuff I don't know. Or the manga, so I haven't keeping
It's
up
only
with shit.
between. It's supposed to take place between 3 and 4.
Yeah, with the overhaul and shit, right?
welcome to the spoiler
Before.
side of things, by the way.
Before overhaul, right?
Yeah, there we
before
go.
overall.
Spoilers.
No, this takes place after.
No, before.
After.
Before. That's what it was. Before.
Boy, I swear.
How is it before?
Hey, let's get
there
into-
is
you
a-
want-
I'll
let's
tell you
get-
the spoilers.
All right, so yeah, let's get
We're
into
already
the
in.
spoiler talk.
Yeah,
He
yes,
gave
yes,
the
yes,
spoilers
spoilers.
flag.
All right, guys. Spoiler warning. Spoiler
All
warning.
right,
We're
let's
in
go.
it.
Look, first, that's pretty interesting. Chronologically, for
Yes.
the
Please tell me.
It's in the top of the episode. They talk about Shigaraki found a drug from
he already took it. That's after overhaul.
No, but they said from a Yakuza member. They
Yes.
don't know who it is yet.
They just said from the Yakuza. He's from the Yakuza.
He is second head of Yakuza.
No, but yeah, they knew it was from the Yakuza, but they didn't know who in the Yakuza.
They know who it's
and
from.
he still got the drugs.
Can I ask you a question then?
Yes.
How is it that Bakugo and Todoroki have their provisional licenses if that happens after?
he stole it. He's
Can I ask another question?
Because they're the next big 3, and they can't be out of the movie.
Well,
Plot armor.
no.
This is
Okay.
Here-
Well,
we about to
well,
get
all right.
heavy
Let
in that.
me scratch out the plot armor then,
Okay.
and get into like manga spoiler bit right here.
Don't go to this manga. I don't want to read the manga.
I don't read it either.
The fuck? Don't
that-
don't hurt me then.
yeah,
Take me down with
yeah,
you.
I don't know either.
No, I would. Well, they said this movie wasn't going to be canon, so I just assumed if the version where Bakugo and Todoroki got their licenses, this is what would have happened.
Can I make a light spoiler that has to do with someone's appearance?
Is it Hawk?
No.
Okay.
However,
Hawk would be
I do
since
like his
Hawk
dub voice,
since
by the
Hawk
way.
is in there,
Yeah.
that is after because that's when
He's introduced.
Yeah, because he
That-
introduces being his fanboy, right?
not just that, but that's when Tokiyami is met up with him and already interned with him.
This is true.
Oh.
That's why he knew who Hawk was.
Oh, that's right.
And you know what? I'll leave it at that because that right there is already enough.
That
I
already
don't-
happened. Yeah.
Also, how Uraka met with Dragon Lady
Yes. Yes.
Well,
At their
she met
training?
her during the what's it called?
during
Ryuku?
already
Yeah, Ryuku.
Yeah.
the top of episode season 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
As part
Also, I
of,
think they teased the villain of this film in season 4. The episode I just watched for dub. Episode 81.
yeah.
I think so. Because they were watching YouTube videos like, ooh, here's a dance. And like while they looked away, the YouTube
Oh,
video
yeah.
played the next video and it was the dude's face in the shadow.
Oh yeah. But he's not relevant to this movie.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was the dude. I thought
No.
it was 9.
Oh no.
No, that's gentle.
Does it look just like 9?
Gentle's funny.
That's gentle.
Okay. It's gentle, I guess.
Yeah.
It's gentle, I guess.
Wait, are you caught up on the show?
I'm
No, he's on
2 weeks
dub,
behind.
so he's
I'm
2
on
weeks
dub.
behind.
Yeah, 2 weeks behind.
So, who do you feel got snubbed?
What's his name?
Uh,
The animal talker.
Coda.
Oda?
I mean,
Yeah, well, he did have his moment with the birds.
yeah.
He Itachi'd to save everybody.
Yeah,
He called
got
the swarm of
uses.
birds.
Oh, that wasn't Todoroki or whatever. I mean, what?
Tokiyami?
Yeah, I thought
That's a
Tokiyama
second
was like,
ability?
yeah,
Guys, look at me.
It's like yo,
Birdhead.
dog, shadow power.
No,
Birdhead,
no, he was still with the homeboys fighting
That's still pretty decent.
fighting Chimera.
Yeah.
I think that's still pretty decent.
That's and like
a
he said,
decent
yo
spotlight.
guys, let's go. And like he like rallied the troops.
And on top of that, he was rescue squad.
He was rescued. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't.
And I gave it to Sugar Man because you know he took L's against Chimera.
Man, did he take
And then
L's.
he was taking some debris while taking care of everybody
Dude,
in
he
the
held up the mountain.
Yeah,
held
he was
the
on that
mountain up.
shit. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely like this part. I was like, oh man.
The only person I think Hagakure, I think.
Hagakure got mad snubbed.
Yeah.
But
Hagakure?
Yeah.
Wait, that's the one with the multiple arms, right? It's too many damn
No.
names.
No. That's
Who's that?
Invisible Girl.
Invisible Girl.
Invisible Girl's
Hagakure's
Hagakure.
invisible.
Oh, her too. Yeah.
Shoji.
It's like, there's.
Shoji is arms.
It's like
Yeah.
what could she?
She did help
She
when it was
helped-
Ayama and Mineta and her.
What did she do?
She didn't
Her
really-
best.
She twinkled.
Her
said,
best.
She said there was
She
no
checked
signal.
the service.
She checked for
I
service.
have no signal.
That's it.
And that's it.
Not,
And then she hid
only
in the
thing-
background because
The only thing. The only thing you can really do for anybody who does stuff like that is that they had the intention to help. And that's
I think they
Brownie
could have
points.
used her. They could have used her.
Brownie.
Yeah, they could
She
have.
does have
In
the
that
blinding.
in that
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah,
No,
the
not
blinding.
just that. She's invisible.
Yeah. She could have
She's
went full
also-
naked.
Yeah.
And snuck up
Which
on
she
homeboy.
already is.
The gloves don't count because they find
And
her.
boots.
And boobs.
You have any idea how much it hurts to walk on gravel barefoot?
Yeah. See, and that would have gave her an arc because she would have powered through the physical strain of having her
Up
toes.
on
But, dude, go ahead, suck. Like getting them little pins in
Yeah,
your toes.
you say
man.
that up until her feet cut open. It's like there's blood coming towards me.
That's why you gotta be smart. That's why you gotta be smart and take off your shoes in the
the
area,
vicinity.
in the area where
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah, she would have been perfect in that fight of like she sneaks around, dude, and like
Yo, take that
slaps
life
him,
support. Yeah, take that life
Just
like
snaps
snap
his neck.
Yeah.
makes him go sleep. Just,
Or 1,000 years of death, and he won't see that shit coming because you.
oh,
9. Like, it's
which would have been a perfect use of her. I think if they missed opportunity.
I don't think it would have worked against 9 for the sole fact of he can see corpse.
no, not 9, Mummy.
Well, he was saying 9.
I say Mummy.
I thought it'd been funny if it got 9, like whipping the butthole up.
It would have worked. It would have worked a lot
Yeah.
against Mummy. All
Yeah.
she has to do is sneak up behind him and snap his neck.
Or smack him.
Or just take that sword.
Oh, take his sword out.
Cut
of
down all the
Hey.
ribbons that was controlling shit.
No, or just
Oh.
destroy him.
That's not. Huh?
She'd have to strip him of his ribbons because he just elongated them.
Yeah, he
Oh, yeah,
he's
you're right,
wearing
makes
his shit. Yeah, no,
You
just
coulda
like
stabbed him.
he could like walk behind,
Snap his neck.
got a piece of a 2x4. What?
No, she would have been the perfect fucking enemy because she's not wearing any inanimate object.
Oh, if she stripped, yeah.
So fair.
Yeah.
Yo, here Horikoshi.
So she definitely got snubbed even worse than.
Horikoshi, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Make a
Perfect.
16,
Yeah.
wait, make a 14-year-old girl just run around bare ass naked. What's
you
wrong
did
with
it already.
you?
He did
She
it
got,
already.
she got elbowed in the
Against
boob.
Snipe.
She got elbowed in the boob. so
And she
it
got
was like,
mad that she pulled his elbow into her.
Yeah, sure.
Boing.
Yeah, right.
What the boing?
So yeah.
Snipe.
All right, guys, what do you think? What do you guys think about the setup?
Them being on the island and doing that hero academy
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. When they're just chilling, you know, it was a fun day at the computers, taking calls.
I think that's
Oh.
cool. That's a really cool thing. It's light hero work that they can manage as a team to get the experience of being in an agency, working as a team, heroing, and building their credibility to the populace.
Yeah, I didn't really see a
Yes.
huge problem with that.
And I loved seeing, because I think
It was perfect up until some dickbag just like,
It's
see
too-
this tiny island? What if we make it a volcano?
Yeah.
fuck it up.
Yeah, and it's just like at that point, it kind of just ruins the whole aspect of this light hero work because if you get used to the boring shit, when you've already been exposed to all that, you know, life and death shit, you can get a balance. But no, being a protagonist,
Not
you gotta
one
find
day.
somebody blowing up
Not-
volcanoes.
It sucks being a protagonist.
It's
God,
trash.
I so wanted to see the story from Aizawa's perspective. It's like, all right, you know, these kids have been through it. We'll send them to this quiet island. Hasn't had a thing happen to them in 30 years. It's foolproof. Nothing.
Nobody lives
1,000
there.
people.
It's farmers and children. They'll be fine.
A week later,
I swear at this point, he's never gonna get a break.
No.
The damn
All he
teacher,
wants to do is
never.
sleep.
Oh God, all he
Snug.
wants is sleep.
And play some with
Because
cats.
keeping your eyes open that much, you gotta get that rest.
Bruh.
You gotta get rest.
He wants to sleep and put it in Miss Joke. That's all he wants out of life.
So activation, right? Okay,
So
so
activation.
like, wait, what was the logic of how they found him? It was just that they
Because
found his dad.
he was looking for a person. He found his dad,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, "Shit, he can only work for type A blood." And he's like, "Oh, you got
has
kids.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
One of them's got to have the quirk."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his son is a universal donor.
And then
Yeah,
it's like-
type O.
Yeah, because he was just into the fact that, oh, let's look at this dude's information, which is what they couldn't find when they found his body.
Because he took all that off. Of him.
Yeah,
They
they
took
was like,
his
oh,
ID
man,
and
you live
everything.
up in this cut, bro? And then they just found his kids. That's very fair. I just had to think about that a bit because I was like, as far as just like villains finding their way to where they need to be to just
And well,
ruin
he had it
Serenity.
because he could see quirk, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
To ruin Serenity.
yeah. And he can fly, so that he can get like a.
Like a
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of
fuck
fly.
boy.
You can kind
He
of
can
fly.
float.
He had to give the fuck up and put everything in it to fly, but I mean, I guess.
And you know what? I've always
Yeah.
wondered about that too, because I know that he's able to have like
9
8 on top of his.
Yeah, 8 on top of his.
So it's like he can't just. I know I call him a walking hard drive, but can't he just fucking format?
format?
himself?
Yeah, I was gonna use that exact word.
Yeah,
Can
right.
he format
Can
himself?
I don't know.
himself? That was always
I
interesting.
feel like he needs a little something extra because he's basically a Nobu, right?
Kind of.
He's a
He's
Nobu
ba-
that worked.
He's basically a bitch ass all for one.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
can't find all for one,
He's a Stater Brothers version.
He's the free version of a paid app,
right,
which is all for one.
all for one.
He's all for one light.
Yeah, all for one light.
He's some for one.
Some for 9 for one.
9 for one.
Yeah,
Oh fuck! Damn.
Some for one.
Some for one.
That's trifling.
some for one.
So, okay. All right.
Well,
so
Not
we
even
got-
most for one.
No,
Some. It's just 9.
it's just done. Some.
Okay.
You
So.
got a couple in there.
All right.
A few for one.
A few for
So we
one.
got what is it? We got our little.
Oh wait, I do want to talk more about the opening, like if I'm doing things, because that's part of the show that I really enjoy. Horikoshi, it did such a good job at creating a good cast of characters.
Yes.
I just want to see them. I would honestly, if they still became a slice of life somewhere randomly in the middle, I would not hate it because I enjoy each of these characters and seeing them
Dude,
do their thing.
That is strange, though,
I
right?
want, I want them to enjoy being kids for
God,
just one
just
day.
for-
Like, oh, look,
But you know what I mean?
Because we already hop right into action. Because as almost shown in is either in school or some wild ass setting, right? But every time you gonna get some hard ass action for kids who's just trying to
Just go to school, man.
live. Except for Naruto.
God,
They-
Midoriya's
Except for fucking
mother.
Naruto.
Except for Naruto, they legit soldiers basically. That's what ninjas
Yeah.
are to that whole world. They're like
Yeah, dude,
you
it's child
practice for the
soldiers,
army,
child soldiering.
fucking navy and it's like whatever other
Or
type of
Pokemon,
barbs.
where they just send you off at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Anyway,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, okay.
Back to the movie.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah.
this side of the cut.
Yeah. Right. Because as far as like
Sorry, Justin.
we got past. Well, I mean,
Yeah, the slice.
Okay.
I love watching them, man. I love seeing
So,
just
yeah.
these kids be kids.
so I'll give you a little point for the.
Coming out
okay.
and fixing a truck, just like yeah, I don't gotta.
Mad as fuck, dude.
He's pissed. He gotta keep
Yeah.
going out.
Dude,
there.
he was mad as hell until it's like, I don't want to do the hard stuff anymore.
Yeah. Right. It's pretty good.
That's how everybody was.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I got my little gripe about like everybody's piece, and y'all shut it down respectively because Amadou did put in his work. I was like, damn, he did some of those crows. I just think anything Dark Crow is homeboy Yami. But what's another thing? Midoriya lying,
Oh, how'd he lie?
100%.
What did he do?
He did not break himself 100%.
Yeah.
Every time that always happens
Because every time
like,
he went 100%,
like 100%
outside of the
like,
beginning, when
Uh-huh.
he went in one, like I told Aniyah, when he went 100%, his hair slicked back. Like when he fought fucking, who's his name?
Saki.
Overhaul.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
His hair went fucking like
Super
electric green.
Yeah.
And hold on, now you be honest, I've been catching
And
snippets,
in the
right?
blink of an eye, he was 1,000 feet in the air.
Yeah, right. And then, not to mention, when he went 100, from what I saw, because I haven't really watched the episode,
Yeah.
he went on some status of like multi-fist hitting nigga with a, like gum
Yeah,
and shit, right?
he did consecutive normal punches.
Punches. Yeah.
So
exactly.
okay, so yeah, so that scale didn't look like it was reached in that.
It wasn't at all.
So it's like that
I
always
think it did.
like. Do you
He
mean
did
as far
not
as like his
consecutive
dynamic?
100% in.
Well, no, because he had a homie with him. He
Homie with him.
so
True.
so how
His
I interpret-
movement speed
No,
Not to
also
mention
wasn't
he had a
But
child
that's
on
all-
his
it's
back.
different. It's different because in the show, the whole reason he can go 100 because Eri was actively healing him the whole time.
Yeah.
So he could do all of those punches. In this one, he could only get the one off, or he's breaking his arm.
Okay, fair.
You know what I'm saying?
He already had his broken arm though, and he was still throwing punches.
That's yeah.
So it was a matter of he didn't give a fuck anymore because he knew this was it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
done. Yeah,
He could have easily went all out and said, I only have 3 more of those punches in here, but I only need 1.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he didn't do it. He decided, I'm gonna hold back a little.
In the final fight,
He held back a little
Yeah, he pulled the stretch
until
for the
he
falling
gave it
action you
yeah.
get in shonen movies.
until he gave it to Bakugo. He was holding back.
because he knew. Well, it was different because he knew we had to hold back because he knew if he went all out, he'd break his arm and it's useless, and that'll put him at a
His arm
disadvantage.
was already
Hasn't,
broken.
hasn't stopped him
No, was
before.
it?
Yeah, because he
Nah, like, if
100%
anything-
it, broke his
Oh,
arm,
yeah,
and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna keep fighting." It's like,
Well,
So
it
you
was
know
like
what?
shit. I'm screwed now.
And I'm
'cause that
also-
was, I
alright.
gave it all.
Yeah, right. And I'm
'Cause
also
he
worrying
did it.
about that. When we say 100, right, and he breaks his arm, can we really say he breaks his arm because it's purple? Because Homeboy kept punching even after all that crap he did with Todoroki, right?
No,
Yeah.
it went from like just a magenta to
Yeah,
a
like
purple. Like it's liquid.
Like, I mean, fucking.
bro, that shit was
like,
black.
Yeah,
Liquid.
more, right?
It
Yeah.
was liquid into there. That's
So,
what it's like,
right?
There was no bones
Kirk is
left.
like, I
He
can't.
didn't go
I got
100.
nothing.
He had to get the bone potion from Harry Potter.
It was pretty red, but it wasn't like as morbid as I'm used to seeing where he goes like, man, Hilly girl don't like my ass.
Yeah, it wasn't
basically.
linguini.
Well, yeah, it wasn't doing that. So I was like, I don't believe that was 100%. And it's okay. Don't lie to yourself, my
But
daughter.
he's
I think
he's
it could've
stronger
get-
now.
Yeah, because he's stronger.
He's
Because
stronger.
back then he was like barely any muscle when he first did
so
it.
maybe
He barely
so
got
maybe
it.
his 100% still like fucks him up, but it doesn't turn his bones into putty.
So
Yeah.
that also goes with what he was talking to himself when he was doing his training. He was like, I can go 20%, and then after that I max out.
Yeah, that's
Is he saying max out? Like,
Max out as in,
That's
like,
it. That's
yeah.
as high as he can go comfortably.
Yeah, like he did the
Comfortably,
full
right?
cowling, like dual
Because at
fights.
20%, he
Pseudo.
says his body starts creaking.
Like it's
Yeah.
creaking, right?
It's creaking.
All right. So and then with
So
that
like Rice
idea,
Krispies
right?
minis?
So after he did the 100%, he ended up getting snatched up by Blue Eyes White Dragon and shit with
Yes.
his homeboy. It's like after that, I was already after
The two
100%.
Blue Eyes.
And yet, while that shit was grinding into his ribs,
He decided, I'm going to break it using 100%.
yeah, and then oh wow, hey, check it out, 100% my ribs, and now I'm able to. Little blood transfusion to my boy.
Yeah.
I don't get explosion, but my boy get what I have.
Because he can explode.
Yeah, more.
And that's boosted
Them
explosion.
fucking
Yeah, right?
nukes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nukes now. Like it's not just a little.
Yeah, he'll
not
walk in, he'll walk a
TNT.
warhead. But what is that shit
Fog.
called? Yeah.
Warhead.
No, I forgot the name of the first warhead. Like Jimmy or some shit.
Oh, different
So, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
talk about
So
that.
I still think he was lying a bit, and it's one of those things that just has to be in the show and thing where they hype you up, like, because that happens a lot in
Sure.
most shows, even One Piece. I'm
Every
going all
shonen,
out.
man,
I'm
that's-
going all out.
go
Oh fuck!
Dragon Ball Z.
I went all out, but I'm doing it again. And then like
all out
yeah,
even more.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
I mean, they have a phrase for that. The
Yeah.
show going plus ultra.
Everybody went
fail
plus ultra.
safe.
Everyone
That's
went
a
plus
fail
ultra.
safe.
in the
That's
show,
fair.
man.
Sarah, Uraraka,
Yep.
and Aoyama
Yep.
went way above the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
No,
That's what he
Shinji,
did.
dude. Shinji or Shoji. Shoji, man.
Yeah.
I love that.
Shoji
dude.
was a meat shield like crazy, and that's all he's ever been the whole show.
whole show. That's all he
But-
is.
So mean.
And damn it, he will.
Uraraka-
If a bullet needs to get caught, Shoji will throw his ribs in there.
You just remember he's there.
He'll extend the webbing between his fingers.
As
Oh my
much
God.
he will, dude. Like if a bullet needs caught,
Go
Shoji's right
back.
there.
Go back.
He's right back.
But what's it called? Because Sarah fought so many times over and over.
He even
and
went
kept
in at-
everybody safe.
He went in
Yeah.
at 9.
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
Bruh, he kept everybody safe while fighting 9,
Yeah.
while keeping himself safe. And then once everybody was safe, and he after he got his ass handed to him, he came back for more to back up the boys.
Yeah, because
man.
they were down for. Yo, shout out to Sarah, man.
Sarah, man.
And
He's
then-
like the Thor.
And then tell me why the whole fucking plan to fight 9 rested entirely on Uraraka's shoulders.
Oh yeah, push it down.
100% of that plan was Uraraka.
There was a lot of gravity involved with her.
It was
Yes.
all gravity.
Yeah, it was
it was
Sarah
Sarah.
decided it.
Throw these rocks that I levitated. Let me levitate some more rocks.
Yeah.
And then let me levitate all these fucking rocks.
And then the fucking sticks and shit that they broke down.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, fair.
Followed by let me levitate some more rocks.
That's why you know that all that stuff involved Midoriya's thinking, because nobody had a plan until he rolled up the ICU.
Well, I'm sorry that Midoriya does nothing but study like a fucking jackass.
That's why they had to wait on him. It was like,
he's
yo,
the dude. He
So
knows.
we gotta wait for
broken
him.
ribs, that brain is still intact. We
Bruh.
need it.
He needed.
9's an idiot, dude. He thought killing them would stop them twice.
Oh yeah, he's funny. Yeah, he's like, why won't you die? And it was just like, fuck the nonsense. We about to punch a tornado out the sky.
Yeah, man. I loved it.
Multi-weather tornado.
God.
It was just a firestorm.
Made out of rage and
Firestorm.
made out of rage. Don't forget the rage in the recipe,
don't
nigga.
forget
That shit
that.
was
And
dangerous.
desperation.
Yeah,
That's a complex.
yeah, or like just seething rage for teenagers kicking his ass.
Yeah.
Dude,
29.
I'm a grown ass man. I'm a grown
Hey,
ass man.
but on the real, Aoyama, dude. He went all out against Mummy, And then the following day, he put 110% into
like,
shooting them at first.
And then
After that, he shot
Took a
at him
pot
to try and
shot.
give them a chance to run away, which they
Exactly.
didn't utilize.
They didn't use.
awful.
Yeah, those kids, run.
Yeah, but not to mention, what's her name again? Was it like Slice or some shit?
Yeah.
Slice.
Slice.
Yeah. She was interesting.
She was.
Well,
She got
Kirin,
whacked,
that was her name in Naruto.
She was basically Medusa
Oh, word.
from the humans. That's what I'm saying.
Or Flare from fucking Fairy Tail, just with blades instead of fire.
Yeah.
Shout out
But
to
yeah.
Mina.
Shout out to that mean ass
Oh.
acupuncture
Oh, she took
that
the L.
she landed on like 3 times.
She
during her
landed
stumble.
on that thing, dude. I was
And
like,
what?
Cause she got hit in the right leg, fell,
On
landed on her right leg, rolled, landed on her left, rolled, landed on her right,
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
then
say.
double rolled and landed on her right
Like,
again.
3 concussions from them 2 ledges she was busting down on, and
no,
everything
you
else
saw,
was fine.
yeah, when Tokyo Pro thought she had blood coming from her.
Yeah, when she
scalp,
landed,
he was like,
Oh, when Yami saw it, he was like,
Ooh.
"You fiend!" I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, those the exact words. Quote, "You fiend."
I like that. Yeah, he's about to
And
eat that
pre-
bitch.
About to send your ass to the shadow
Yeah,
room.
he's about to eat that bitch. That shit was
I thought,
funny.
I thought it was done for her.
Yeah.
I thought
And she got smart. She's like, oh shit! And then, like she shot the rocks and shit.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
made some light.
she fucking dipped as hard as she could and the whole cave landed on her.
Yeah.
She still got caved in.
Hell yeah.
He did. Also,
By her own
How-
hubris.
okay, so one reason why I didn't like it,
okay, let's go.
it loses 1 point for the ass pull.
Okay.
Okay.
It loses another point for nobody dying,
No, not one body.
despite the fact that Mummy took a point blank, completely filled grenade, point blank, max power.
To the face.
You gotta get used to shonen it.
Yo,
That'd just be an arc that you
Chimera.
never liked.
But
in, like,
here's
a
the thing: people are known to die in this show from bullshit happening.
So,
It's not like most other anime where it's like, oh, they just really got hurt and nothing really happened that's
man.
life lasting.
No, man, we have deaths in this show.
Yeah, people die in this show.
Oh no, it's fair.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to die in the movie.
And then-
unless
They're
they wanted
throwaway
villains-
characters.
They wanted villains to die by villains' hands, as you see at the end.
Yeah.
Nomu didn't die by a villain hand.
Did he die?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yes, fucking Endeavor melted his head.
He is Zula him.
Wait. We're talking about other Nomus, right?
Yeah,
that's
he
different
melted
art
his head with fucking blue flame.
Oh, but that's Endeavor. It's like the characters who do
Endeavor.
the action. Cause like Bakugo, yeah, you expect him to murder somebody. But
Bakugo,
you know,
Bakugo deserved that kill.
He
he
deserved that
it,
body.
But
Yeah.
this is a movie.
Bakugo, exactly. They're throwaway characters that are never gonna be brought up
And
again.
yet
Bakugo deserved
they
the
won't
body.
get. They won't
And
get.
Todoroki deserved.
They definitely
Todoroki
do.
deserved that body
But
because
they won't get that fulfillment of the resolution of seeing these bitches in handcuffs, and that's what we
The
got.
fuck with it? Send him in a body bag, yo.
And I'm not arguing with your point. It is kind of trifling that they didn't fucking die from a walking nitroglycerin dude, but still,
yeah, Mommy should have died.
yeah, he should have.
I understand Slice living because rocks just landed on her.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tokiyami made it out.
yeah, so,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like everybody's superhuman anyway.
Also,
What about
Tokiyami's
Chimera?
got ripped.
Chimera should have fucking died.
Yo,
He was frozen
yeah,
at
he
the
was in
cellular
the-
level,
Yeah,
He-
from the
the-
inside out.
inside and out.
Yeah.
The ice came out of both ends of him.
Bruh. He
Both-
swallowed
Yeah.
liquid nitrogen.
Yeah. But
Should have died.
yeah,
Should've
but
died. Should've died.
Shown in little crop, they was like,
I
that's
want
another
anyone to. How did no? Okay, Grant. Okay, fine. You can make him live. How did he walk?
They built it.
They ripped.
And there was like,
No.
you almost
No,
killed
no,
the boy.
Todoroki tore through his asshole with ice.
Mouth.
You would not.
No, did you not know?
No.
It came out of both
his
ends.
mouth, and you saw it come
Yeah, no,
out the
yeah,
bottom.
on both ends. Yeah, I'm not arguing with y'all.
His
I'm
asshole.
not-
his asshole was ripped in
He
there.
ripped
Yeah.
every intestine
Fair,
out him.
fair. But we did not get past the point.
Could
They
he-
showed
couldn't
it was
they have
like,
given him
let's
a
not
limp?
kill him.
They could have given him. Put him in a wheelchair.
Nope.
Give him a limp.
Like Shoji did.
Shoji got the wheelchair.
Nobody wants.
learned wheelchair.
Nobody wants to touch that. It's fucking gross.
That's why he made that Korean nigga walk. Like he heavy as hell. Like he can walk his head.
No, that's when you can bust the crane.
Like somebody was like, they saw this. It's a freak. Oh shit. I don't want to touch that freak.
Shark.
Nuke him.
Shit out of him.
But I'm telling you, yeah.
And then
It's fucked
Fair
up.
point.
I accept 9 living based on the sole fact
That
of
he had to
that
die by
dude took so much abuse and did not receive a single scratch.
And then not to mention just like I guess the build up from that little insight from whatever that guy did, the little
The
scientist
doctor.
dude. Yeah, the doctor. Ooh, that guy.
The guy that
true.
Horikoshi got in trouble for.
Crap. Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he
stuff.
did.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
But what is it? It's just that being experimented on in this series just adds on to how much
Durability?
like it adds on to the durability of
guess
already
so.
being superhuman.
Yeah.
Which is
He's
fucked.
basically a noble.
Because he's able, like
Yeah.
He's basically a noble.
All for
like
one life.
he's the beta Nomu .9 at this point, which works out for his numbers. So, because I mean, how many versions they worked through in that series? I've seen how many types of Nomus? Yeah,
There's been about
Enough.
6.
Name my 6. The bird one
Not counting the ones that were inside the tanks that were
are way
absolutely
Yeah.
Just
obliterated
yeah.
by Mount
when they found-
Lady.
Yeah, when they found that shit, she was like, "Fuck that nonsense." Shoot, what's another thing? Do we want to just talk about the asshole, the asshole thing?
No, I want to. Before we go there, I want to talk about something else. I want to
Oh,
talk
okay.
about Little Boy
Blue?
Little Boy Blue.
Oh, okay.
I really liked him and his sister. I like those two characters a lot. I liked how they showed Deku as really, and Bakugo even, as really being some heroes. Like, look at Deku.
They were
Smart.
genuine heroes.
Genuine heroes. Even when he took that straight up abuse after taking an hour to find the brother.
Even when he was about to kill that little girl,
Straight up.
he would have done it as a hero.
He done it heroically.
You wanna
Bakugo
die?
would beat that ass.
Because
And just
she was causing tyranny as a villain.
She was causing she was causing a ruckus. But I did love the kid. I loved Deku bestowing every quote All Might's given to him onto that kid. It's corny, but it makes sense.
see, I don't mind corny shit.
So what
I
I'm
would-
getting out of this is this kid will be the 12th holder.
Ninth.
So this is what I'm
12th.
No, not.
Deku's the 9th. Bakugo's the 10th. Deku's the 11th.
Deku's. It's like Doctor Who. How they had 10 and twice.
Check it out. Which
Nice.
is fair, right? Most of the time, I would like all that stuff where like they stand on their own,
Twelfth
and
holder.
whatever they get the little generational thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because pass on the torch.
Yeah, I gotta take this.
So
shit
at
off,
the
too.
end scene, right?
Yeah.
Where what's his face?
Hold that.
Crap, what's his name? I forgot everybody's name.
Take a
Who?
breather.
So the brother
Everyone
and
stretch
sister,
out.
right?
Yes.
So when the sister was like, "Fuck you, 9, I'm gonna get at you."
The sister was Maharo.
Maharo, and then
I don't remember the boy.
I can't remember his name because his name was not spelled as much.
Nice. Anyway, we're gonna get on there, right?
Forgettable.
The kid,
I liked him though as a character. I'm waiting
yeah.
for.
right?
I'm waiting for Shippuden.
So he legit had
I know, right?
the same layout.
Right? I'm waiting for
I'll call him Konohara.
yeah, I was gonna say that exact word. I couldn't think of his name in time.
All right, so he had the same layout.
Whole crack.
And the same fucking thing. And the same
Crack
thing.
kills.
All right, so with the same thing that happened with All Might, where he was in like a damaged state or whatever,
Yeah.
and like where somebody was in trouble. So the girl who likes Bakugo was in the same stage as Bakugo. There was a villain who
Oh,
incapacitated him,
had him.
right?
Yeah.
And then
They even do it.
the kid was
Son
Deku.
of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of parallels, right?
He was telling me that during the movie.
Yeah, right. I like parallels. but-
It's rhyming.
Punch Jordan. Anyway, all right. So it's like
No.
we get to like parallels, right?
No.
I
But
loved
it would have been nice. Me personally, I like stuff that little
he died.
little variation, like a little bit,
Snap the ghost neck.
a little bit more variation.
Ooh.
I feel like the only variation that you got right was what the kid actually did.
Yes.
So what Deku did, he threw his fucking whole school book.
threw
Nice.
everything
He was
out.
trying to go through the mud, right?
Yeah.
This kid,
Just gave himself.
he was like,
He came windmill arms.
Yeah, he did.
No, that wasn't even windmills. He was doing this. Like it wasn't even doing a full circle.
Let's keep
he was
it real.
doing like pinwheels.
He was 5. Kid's 5 years old.
Yeah, right.
You
All
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Now give it
I'll give
fair.
him 6.
No, all right.
Movie.
Back to the movie.
Right, let's
I
do
love
something
I love the character of the kid. I really loved how Deku shows how much he's grown as a hero, how sure of himself he is.
And how it's just kind of like, sorry for butting in, but just a transition period because it was first movie All Might to Deku, and then it's like Deku
Now Deku's
to another kid.
to his rival.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, trying to like be someone worthy of being Bakugo's rival.
I feel.
And it shows the fact that like there can be a little fan that cheers on for Bakugo. Because the sister was doing
the
what
sister.
what
she got.
the kid was doing for
And
Deku.
listen, man, another thing I love about
She loved the fuck out of him.
God damn. She's looking down on the man when he grows up. Anyway, no, that's like it's gonna be like it's.
She's calling him in 10 years.
Oh god,
Bruh.
god damn, and that's also what I really love about the show because I really
Katsuma.
Katsuma was the boy.
Yeah.
Nice kid.
Katsuma.
So Kazuya was a good guy, right?
He like headshot.
Oh.
He's our
Yeah.
good
And
point.
I really cannot wait. That's why I really love the show. It's because like I cannot wait for the 10-year jump. They're gonna give. They have to give me. Shows the arcs within.
Yeah, what were the 4 arcs that you saw?
Okay, so here's the 4 character arcs: Deku,
All right.
Bakugo,
Okay.
name
Katsumi.
it Katsumi and
Katsuma.
Katsuma and the sister
Mahiro?
Mahiro.
That's a given.
Those characters are the ones with arcs.
Did they?
But think about
Yes.
how
They had to-
how distinct and well.
Mahiro and Katsuma had development. I wouldn't call it an arc.
Yeah.
I would
Really?
Explain.
You gonna clock in
because
for that next arc? Cause I ain't gonna be there.
well
That development makes more sense.
because you have to have an arc to develop.
You don't.
You do.
No, you don't.
Okay, it's true. Okay, in terms of it finishing and coming to, I believe it did come to a close. I believe it did come to a conclusion.
Because it didn't bow. There was no rise and fall. It was we are here. We learned a thing. We are now here.
Oh, that's the.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
That's why I call it art.
Yeah.
I like McDonald's too.
Stop.
Mark. But as far as it goes, it was a little development with a little bit of spice, which is to be expected from somebody who's like, oh, I don't like this guy. Fall action. I like it.
Because the whole movie was a falling action for them. Because they had already built their own ideas and whatnot.
Sure.
The movie starts, and it's Bakugo and Deku deconstructing those ideas into something that's a bit more refined. So it's just development.
Dang.
No rise to my occasion, motherfucker. I hate heroes. Whoa, this hero's cool. You almost saved me from a walking.
I like heroes.
So is he? Wait, huh? The walking. The dead. It's a hard ride. Fuck that guy.
Dang. So
Don't
did Bakugo have an arc?
I don't think so. Because he's like if it's a story arc, then sure. But
I
like,
would say
actual
the only
character
arc.
development-
I think the arc would only have to be between him and Deku.
When they definitely
And
had to
they're-
just mind the fact that Deku's like, I'm gonna have to
They had.
give up.
I feel
Yeah.
they had a big arc.
They had an arc, yeah.
They had-
It was together, but they had an arc where Deku, where
You got it.
where Bakugo was kind of
Midoriya.
fueling his own self-interest for a good portion of the movie until it came down to the point where Deku was overpowered and he was realizing he was being overpowered. So that started deconstructing his ideas into, okay, being a hero is more than just me being the greatest. It's getting the job done.
Yeah. Above all else, yeah.
Above all else, it's getting the job done. Even if I have to bite the bullet and fight alongside Deku.
Fuck shit, bro.
And then take his power too.
Took it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to take it.
Yeah.
Which is still one of the such a cool fucking moment. They did.
But it's development. It's a damn movie.
And they did.
Development.
I'm trying because
the
the
focus.
sister was so actually because she was so afraid of like her brother becoming a hero because she's afraid for him. And then in the moment when they were in the meeting, that was when the moment switched for them in terms of character. Because he
Calling me.
overcame because little boy was afraid of his sister like he always did with his sister even if he didn't like it, and then sister held her back, but he said, you know what, no, I know how to help and I'm gonna do it, and he helped and she allowed it.
Well, she didn't help quite a lot. It was just
True,
like,
she held it back for a second, but no, she understood her
He
moment,
learned what it took to become a hero.
yeah, and her moment was when
And he always wanted to be a hero.
Yeah.
He learned what it took, so he developed into someone who can be a hero.
yeah, that's an arc.
That's development.
It's
Yeah. But where's
There was no rising
so
action.
what's the rise in your opinion then for the kid?
right.
Come
For
on,
the-
Matsu.
Sorry.
Come on,
the
Matsu.
rise would be that talk with Deku he had outside of the
That was him deconstructing his already bloated ideas of what it means to be a hero.
yeah, it's like changing the idea from like just being able to punch people.
Yeah, he was deconstructing it. The boy already had his own bloated sense of what it means to be a hero. He was deconstructing it. That was a falling action.
Oh wait, hold on. All right, damn, I'm about to make a whole segment out of this.
Yeah, because I
yikes.
think the kid never have an arc. I mean, I'm not a film major.
I
so
apologize to Justin again.
Because I
Listen.
think
Yeah,
I
how
think
long
it's
have we
good.
been into this shit?
It doesn't even tell me anymore. I think it's
That's
not
the
giving a
worst.
fuck.
That's the worst, man. They was like, even the sister gave up on us.
Jesus. I think all right. I'm just gonna end it. I think he did have an arc. I can't because I'm not the most articulate in the verbiage, but I
We
believe
can talk
it
about it
was
off
there.
camera. That's pretty fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take a second
Yeah.
afterwards. Talk
Yeah.
about off camera. But
All right,
Yeah,
so
sure.
all right, let's talk about the ass pull.
I want to talk about
Okay.
the score.
Hold on, Justin. Have you said your fill of the spoiler territory?
Yes.
You got overran over here. It's cold.
It usually fucking happens. But
I'm trying my best to bring it back to you.
the only big issue is probably the ass pull at the very end. Well,
Yeah.
actually not the very end. I'll talk about just like the
That-
one for all, like double use. Like
That's why I went down a size
Yeah.
from extra large to large.
Yeah, because it's just like relying on one for all again
Again.
Yeah.
instead of just. Well, I mean, everyone.
Wasn't
went
that the
in.
name of the show?
Yeah, but like everyone goes in, right? Like, and I get it, and they're not strong. And I hate the fact that we have these super over like powerful villains that even All Might by himself probably couldn't take down by himself.
Probably need
And
help.
now the kids have to do it.
I genuinely think in his prime, All Might could have, because
Oh, I might would have washed him.
for
Absolutely.
the sole fact of, I want to attribute it to the fact that when Deku fought Overhaul,
Okay.
he was 1,000 feet in the air in the fucking blink of an eye to where he didn't even realize he was that high.
Yeah.
That's how quickly he moved,
That's pretty
and
cool.
I doubt 9 could keep up with that type of speed.
You got a point there. The fact that All Might doesn't use 100% speed all the time.
Yeah, because even Bakugo was able to outspeed around 9
Yeah, when he figured out his
in the initial fight.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't like react in time to him being behind him with his arm, so he just had to grow his fucking blue eyes white dragon
Yeah.
as a failsafe.
It's true.
Yeah, so All Might probably could have easily
Yeah, okay,
handled
yeah,
it.
he could have probably bodied him.
Yeah.
So let's
Washed him.
Washed him.
Yeah. Fuck, rip cycle.
I'ma fold you like laundry.
I told you.
Probably
like
all.
laundry.
You think he could have taken all 4 of them? All Might
Yes.
in his prime?
Yes. He would have decked.
Oh, yeah.
He would have decked the first
Dude.
two.
Chimera.
Well,
Chimera would've been like, "Whoa, dog."
He would have decked Mummy.
Yeah.
He would have
Never.
decked
Slice.
Slice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he probably would have took 2 punches to deck fucking
with,
Chimera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And then he would have absolutely washed fucking 9
Like, 9
for
would've had,
trying
like,
to
9
trying to be baby all for one.
He would have had 10 minutes of a speech, and then that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even less.
While he's dodging their
Yeah.
attacks.
You're not gonna
Dun,
stop my dream,
Ha!
Mississippi, and then just out.
Mississippi Queen.
Dude, I love it. I swear,
Do you
it's
know
chopper.
what I mean?
Ow. He probably would have killed him. He probably would have killed him in Mississippi.
Probably could have.
He probably
Killed everybody.
He would have just did Sippy, and then he would have been out.
He would have skipped the whole missus.
Yeah, it would have been out. But still, as far as like, let's see, the whole idea of what it goes for, which is funny to make fun of, with how the One for All is transferred.
Yes.
Because it happened before.
Okay.
The scene where, what's his name? The guy who mind controls you if you talk to him. That whole fight there.
Shinzo,
The whole
yes.
fight with him and Midoriya. He was walking, but the fucking predecessor's like,
right.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
180. Don't
How
talk.
dare you make
Drop
us
his
look
ass.
bad?
Yeah, basically, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like the fact that the One for All has that inherent ability to keep the user,
Like it's
unless
conscience
it's willfully passed. And he did willfully pass it, right?
But
Yeah.
He regretted
In desperation, because he was full of regret. It wasn't a wholehearted decision. It was
Right.
more out of like desperation.
Like, I need to do this. Right?
Yeah. So that was my whole thing of like trying to justify it.
That
I'll
makes
give it that.
sense. I'll give
Yeah,
it
right?
that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
like
not to mention, they looked at Bakugo like, dog.
Yeah, man. They
They're
said,
like, yo, you see this hate?
oh my god.
I feel like a lot of angst in him.
We're gonna
bro.
give this dude the ultimate.
You know what?
And then like,
I feel it would have still worked.
yeah, and then Miss Kitchen Glove was like, nah, everybody roll back.
Whoa.
If it weren't for the regret that he felt, if we're gonna count that as
Yeah.
like he didn't foolhardily want to hand it over,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have stayed with Bakugo, because he's an asshole, but damn, is he an excellent hero?
See that he's capable.
He's like Endeavor
Yeah,
in the fact that he is powerful and will get the job
Well,
done,
Yeah.
but he's not the symbol of peace.
Off camera, I'll get into that.
Yeah.
Justin, please finish your thoughts.
I'm done. That's all I had.
Oh yeah, he just
Okay.
care about that.
You guys do your tangent thing. It's fine.
Let's see.
I'll be on the stop record button when you need me.
Yeah, I'm about to say how many fucking how
so
flowery
bad.
this video was. But still.
I feel so bad.
Nah, it's fine. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I know that like we talked about like Horikoshi not really wanting to make any other like movies aside from this.
Yeah.
I do want to actually. You know what? Now I think about it. What were the incontinuities about this
In-
storyline wise?
Storyline?
Because we did touch about that a little bit.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I have an idea.
To make it canon, Deku's now the 11th holder.
Yes.
No arguments.
You're gonna see a past version of himself.
Yeah.
Like his busted ass version when he popped
Bruh.
out. And he's like, oh, that's me. Whenever he goes plus one.
No, anytime he does it, Bakugo's mad as hell. Like, well, you can't do it yourself.
And just him, previous holder him, just like roll up his sleeve.
every time he uses it, no matter how many years pass, it'll always be, you're using my strength, Deku.
Yeah, right. And he's arguing with himself within himself because he's the 9th, and then Bakugo is still the 10th. In there, in the line where he does another punch.
Yeah.
Trifling, but it's still fun.
Bro, they're arguing in the ether. That is all for one.
Fuck you, Cash Out, and shit like that.
Wait, that means he can now use explosive, right?
He would technically, yeah.
If he
No,
accesses it.
because it was never pushed back to him by Bakugo, so Bakugo never transferred his quirks. It just went to Bakugo and said, psych.
Oh, then so he shouldn't be in the line then.
But he is, because it had his essence.
That means his power's got to go with it. It's all or nothing.
It's like Bakugo got the embers.
No,
weird.
because
All or nothing.
it's not all for this one.
So wait, no,
It's
like,
some. It was something.
It's one for everybody.
It's some for all.
It's one from everybody.
Some for my dude. Some for my dude.
Yeah.
no, wait. So no. So
God.
it's like Midoriya like passing it on, and then Bakugo throws like a reverse Uno card, so he gets the he gets the embers.
Okay, think of it like this. He goes to pass the ball to Bakugo, but Bakugo is too busy yelling at someone, so it just hit him in the back of the head. And it came back to Midori. He was
Rebound.
like, okay.
Dunk.
Yeah.
That's some bull.
I
But
love
that's
the
pretty good.
exotic. I would hope it's canon though.
It's not.
I would love
It
it to
probably-
be.
All right, so let me tell you about
I want
how.
that kid.
Here's
Okay.
the thing about movie scales, right? When you ever have a sense of a movie, it has to be something of a grand scale. Of course, it wasn't like world threatening.
Yeah.
It was an island busting ass dude.
Yeah.
So
Could've
with
been.
an effect like that, you
Big
have to
time
think
city
about-
buster.
right? You have to think about like how it affects the world at large, because they think about it a lot in the series, which is why one of the reasons I like it. The fact that something like that.
Well,
has
the
to be-
Japan at large.
Yeah, right. At that point, right, they have to mention that this enemy who was fucking, that big of a scale. Not to mention the same thing with the other movie, right?
Yeah.
That guy was a huge threat. Pushed All Might to go all out a little bit in his almost out of prime and shit. How that affects the world at large, and how much of like an extra planning, like other villains after that would have to be. So not only that, they have to be stronger too to even make the series, progress in development for every other character. So it's like if you make something like that canon,
It's hard to.
It's hard to
doesn't make
manage.
sense how the
Yeah.
next film comes. It's not
it's,
difficult.
that's
I
why
f-
it stays in this realm of like being entertainment.
I
So what?
feel it wouldn't be too hard to sprinkle the enemy in
I have
and
an
and
idea.
keep it swept under, because it did happen on a remote village,
Yeah.
on a remote village town, and nobody in the League of Villains outside of Shigaraki knew about it, and Shigaraki is just like, you don't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. But I
And
feel-
so
I think it's tough. I think the stakes could have stuff lasting.
yeah,
So-
and so I doubt any of the villagers knew the scale of what was actually at stake.
yeah, because
Yeah.
they weren't seeing it.
Because they
Yeah.
didn't see it, yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure they knew like the damage that could be done by this person, but they didn't know the things that were at stake with
Yeah.
we have to protect Katsuma because this guy will be unstoppable by being able to repair himself the whole time, laying waste to cities.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
So that's an easy thing for them to sweep under the rug, because the last thing the government wants to do,
Have a panic.
not just have a panic, but show that the heroes are still faltering. So everything's going to be swept under as best as it possibly can.
Does that continue to
And also,
happen in the
Bakugo
series?
conveniently forgot.
Yeah, he did have
Oh
a
my
wild-
fucking god,
I-
yeah.
And those are the only ones that knew what happened.
I can give Bakugo forgetting.
Uh-huh.
I doubt that dude was like semi-conscious during that whole fight.
No, he took a lot of hits to that.
He had like a lot of adrenaline. Was
Everybody dude. He was conscious out of pure spite for this guy.
Yeah, he fucking 8-9. That shit was good.
It was there. He was a ultra instinct. There were no lights on. His body was just doing what it knew.
Yeah. No, he had a. I would say Rock
love
Lee.
that.
He had Rock Lee vibe right there.
Yeah, a lot.
Where his
Night
body
Gate,
kept moving when he was
Night Gate,
unconscious.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
because I was like, if he had, imagine if he had ultra instinct.
Don't imagine that, man.
He didn't get hit
Moving.
when they both went all ham
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
They didn't get hit.
No, they didn't get touched. That was such a cool.
They did not get touched.
Yeah,
So
right. Yeah,
the argument can be made. They went Ultra Instinct.
fair.
That's true.
Because like they're doing mad dodges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so sick.
All right. Yeah, animation.
Because you have to figure they don't have the same combat power that Goku has, so it's not going to be as ridiculous.
Yeah.
They can only go as hard as they are able
As some
to.
humans
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Krillin continue. Besides the point.
And then
That's different conversation, but I'd like to talk about that.
the
later.
other thing that would make it, they would have to rewrite a bit of the manga to make it fit the canon,
yeah. The only time
because either they either have to flag it as an animation error in the movie,
Oh shit.
or they have to say, okay, this happened during this time period, which won't fit in the thing, because Justin told me about something that I noticed where it's like, oh, well, the students are supposed to be here during this event. I could say it, it's a small thing,
Yeah.
but it does have big implications.
and then like
And you said no manga
and
spoilers.
then not to mention how often they show like an actual like declaration of time passage in the series. Because
They do a good job of it.
yeah, do they ever say like did they have like a timestamp like a few days later or like
They
a
have
week
seasons.
later or something
Yeah,
like that? Like whenever
they're
it's
currently in
season.
October right now.
Yeah.
Oh, whenever they talk about like actual seasons of like the weather and stuff, right?
Yeah,
It's Christmas time or winter time.
no,
Close.
it's October.
Oh, so even though it can still be snow.
In this current season,
Yeah.
in the arc that they're on, it said October when it showed a picture of UA. It said October, then it zoomed into the class.
Okay.
Nice. That's very fair. I like how they set their stuff where it's not too blatant, but actually has some fucking thought and put into it, where it's kind of organic of a flow.
So it's been like what, 6 months? Because don't they start school in like April or some shit?
So school in January, February.
Oh wait,
In Japan.
the school was snowing when they were there.
Oh, really?
It was snowing. Yeah, that's
When
why I
they-
thought it was like
when they
Christmas
started?
time.
Yeah, or at least sometime in the middle as they were working at the same time.
When it cut back to them in the impact Aizawa and All Might thinking about are the kids okay? It was snowing.
It was snowing.
Oh yeah. Was it
So-
snowing or was it raining?
I don't know.
Sure.
It was snowing.
It was snowing.
I don't know, Jack.
There was no leaves on the trees.
So it does take place. It has to take place after because
Yeah.
Bakugo and Todoroki have their provisional licenses, which they
Right.
don't currently have in the anime.
As well as Deku's like arm enhancement.
Yeah,
That's also the big one.
he just got the upgrade for it in the anime right now.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
Three?
Yeah.
Wow. Crazy.
I know that.
So in the
all-
anime, he's caught up with the gear that he's wearing in the movie.
So it probably lines up with the anime a bit, while also teasing some stuff that's happening in the manga.
It's probably like an arc and a half ahead of where we are
Yeah.
in the anime.
I would say so.
I mean, as someone who only watches the dub, I followed it. Only thing that was new was Hawks. Yeah, it was only-
Yeah,
only thing
yeah.
that really-
There was other things that were in there that are new.
I probably didn't notice because I didn't
Yeah.
know what was happening.
Yeah, I don't know the distinction actually, so it definitely be something I would.
Hawks,
to get
I
into.
would say Hawks, Endeavor's new fit.
New fit, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That has to do with the thing.
The new arc. Again, because I said they teased some big arc that's happening with Endeavor.
It has to do with the continuity of it, where it's like, okay, they can't be there at this time.
Yeah, and yeah, focuses around Endeavor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's something.
And cold soba.
Cold Soba.
Alright.
You'll find out later.
I love this. Also, I will defend that score at the end of the last fight scene.
Oh yeah, the music.
Oh, Celine Dion.
It was
Yeah.
so perfect, man. I don't. It really, for me, how it just was. It just fit like this, like, cause you can't go too loud, cause it's like in anime fashion when the villain is at his most powerful form, he shrinks. You know, anime gets it's bigger.
Fucking
shrink.
Frieza.
He did not shrink.
No, but the music did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the music shrunk.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll give it.
Yeah. So like, I like that juxtaposition. And I was-
Oh yeah, where it's like a grand score compared to this little emotional ass note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that.
They decided, fuck it, we're just gonna keep going bigger, and it's just yelling.
So, you know, that's another thing,
Borderline
too.
screamo.
Oh, cause you know, okay, that's another thing.
Japanese death metal.
That's another
Frieza.
baby metal.
Frieza.
As far as like the thing with the scene, right?
Yeah.
Of course, it would have definitely fit like that soft tone, right? Because it's almost melancholy.
It's
As if, like,
somber.
somber, right?
Because the
Gave up-
implication.
Yeah,
it's a
the
farewell.
implication, right? So it brings you up to the implication of him just giving up one for all. then gets it back.
One final
Yeah.
bout.
That kind of feels like a half cop out to me, cause like it's somber. That shit was somber if you
It
think about it.
was,
It
man.
fit the thought.
It's
of, like, he
it's
gave it to his
heartbreaking
friend.
that
Yeah,
he wanted to be a hero, and to be the best hero he could be, he had to give it up.
yeah, he's gonna do it, but then he got it back.
No,
Blood transfusion. Was
No.
bullshit. And then
That's how the story-
princess was like back up.
yeah. Here's a note. That's how the manga was originally supposed to end.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. See, I remember you bringing
Yeah,
that up too.
yeah.
I didn't want to bring it to that point because I wanted to have it as a standalone thing. But they wanted to get that idea out some way and they used the movie as that, which
Yeah.
is fair. But to take that emotional wrench that would have been the end of the series, it's out.
Not only
Yeah, can't do it again.
I would have really appreciated it if they'd done that and stuck to it,
Yeah, it would make more sense.
and pretty much Deku try and live the same path that Mirio is currently trying to live,
Damn.
of
yeah.
being a powerless hero who gets by solely on being heroic.
And it makes a lot of sense, but shown it.
Yeah, and
Lot-
it would.
yo,
I feel it would have been a better shonen because of it.
See, that's the thing.
Because it would have gotten rid of the crutch that made him special because reasons,
Yeah.
and made him special because he made himself
has to
that
want
way.
to
but
do
now
it.
Yeah.
Bakugo is
That's what I'm saying. But, but that's the thing.
And that
though.
would have given Bakugo his go ahead to
and then
also
better
be the
have-
and
greatest
then
Yeah,
hero.
Bakugo
right.
would have been like, oh, that also would have given a good art for Bakugo. Like, is this actually mine now?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like,
that would have added more, right?
Yeah.
So this
It-
totally
he would
makes
then
sense.
have to question himself. I'm number one hero,
Because
but is it because of me or because of this?
Yeah.
That's why it's such a good thing. That's a really God, it sucks that it has to be a throwaway for a possible ending.
It's
But
got-
now,
yeah.
but in typical shonen
I would
fashion,
have loved it because that would have done so much. It
would've
would have worked
changed
in the same.
everything.
It would have done the same thing that what's it called did. Gurren Lagann.
yeah, the way they had that for
Oh,
Sora.
shit.
Where
Yeah.
where it's like
Yeah.
we have this dude who everyone can assume is the protagonist because he's the
charismatic.
he's the charismatic one who's carrying the show,
Yeah, then he's out.
and then he's out, and it's someone else who wanted to be like
Like
them,
him.
if not
Yeah.
better.
And
And so now they have to be better.
the way they pass the torch in that series is like a cool ass staple on what shonen could do. But it's just like in order to keep the thing going because
And
you know,
popular.
yeah, right.
Generally.
And it's fine. It's fine. It's not like the series is bad because
Yeah.
of it, but that is more impactful.
It would push it to a higher bound.
Yeah.
But someone said like,
All right, hold on, pause.
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 I feel we're good on this discussion because we're getting into our
right.
own
Yeah,
our
we're
own
close
anime
to
discussions.
Oh, gotcha.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
watch
so
the movie, by the way.
yeah,
Good.
Yeah,
so
just watch the
final
movie.
thoughts, Justin.
It's still a great movie, regardless.
I was thinking about almost like changing my score, but I think I'm cool with 7. I almost
I'm
went to
still
8.
an 8.5, man. That slice of life at the top, that phenomenally animated and scored ending. I'm gonna watch this again 1,000 times. Man.
Yeah. I think the movie was done great. It's phenomenal with excellent storytelling as well as giving each and every character their moment to shine that you can see.
And 3 of us watched it 3 times. Okay.
That's my first time watching. Okay, forgot.
All right. I guess we're good. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks,
And
guys.
we'll see you guys the next time we do a discussion on a video or movie or whatever. Hashtag bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
I
Oh wait, oh.
I feel the way I worded that was the greatest way to say fuck Hagakure.